Lounge. I'm Stevie B. Big changes happening around here, and I'll get to that. But first, don't worry, I'm not done with Star Wars.
Excellent!
Okay, I'm still going to make Star Wars content because I love it just as much as you do. As a matter of fact, that's what made me start a channel in the first place. If you know a little bit of my story, you know I needed something. And I went back to that feeling that Star Wars gave me, as I'm sure it gave you, hope and joy in a journey. So what did I do? I started YouTubing. I wanted to get more involved. I knew there were some books, so I came across a lot of you guys. And through that process, I made an amazing amount of friendships with a lot of you. And it all started with commenting. That's one thing that I find very key. And I don't care if you got 20 subscribers, 30,000, a million. Now I know when you get really up there in the numbers, it's obviously you can't write back to everyone. But I appreciated that time that person took to get back to me or answer my question. And it inspired me. And I wanted to do this. I wanted to make content. I was just so heavily immersed in the galaxy far, far away. And it helped a lot. And I'll be honest, when I first decided that I wanted to start a channel, and talking to my wife, she's like, why don't you make a channel and talk about a lot of the things that you're interested in?
She told you?
Because I am. I do have a lot of interest. And honestly, through the conversations that I've had about Star Wars with folks, it always ends up turning into something, a video game, a different movie, a TV series, music. And we can all relate to that. We all love some sort of, there's plenty of genres that we're all into. Music, books, movies, games. I love RPGs. I'm an old school RPG player. Final Fantasy VII is my number one. Final Fantasy Tactics is number 2. Music, I love from top to bottom, you name it. I listen to Stevie Wonder, Otis Redding, all the way up to Disturbed, Linkin Park. I mean, the list goes on. The only genre that I'm not really big on is like the death metal stuff. I can't do it. I respect the musicians, and because it's pretty wild how fast they can play, but that's not for me. I like heavy stuff, but I'm like a more old school heavy, like Judas Priest, Anthrax, if you know any of those kind of bands. So it's like, okay, I wanted to get back to doing this. I had a conversation with one of my friends that I made through doing this. And he's like, yeah, it's a great idea. What's your name going to be? I'm like, well, I could go back to Stevie B. I could. But there's an artist, a famous artist, that's every time I've had issues in the past, people are like, I couldn't find you. And a musician came up. I'm like, okay. So I was thinking about it. I even tried ChatGPT, Gemini. It's like, man, that AI stuff is wild. If you've never played around with it, crazy. It gave me a lot of great names. So I checked YouTube, and of course they're taken. I'm like, well, go figure. But that's okay. I tried rearranging some of the wordage, coming up, tweaking it a little bit. But I'm like, it didn't feel right. And at the bottom of the description, when it gives you a list of names, it's like, make something unique, something that fits you. So I pondered it for a day or two, and I couldn't come up with nothing. Blank. So I was in the shower. A lot of good thoughts come when you're in the shower, for me anyway. You know what I mean? We all have that place where we kind of want to think, have ourselves with our time and our thoughts. And it just hit me.
What is it?
It's like standing. That's what I do with my situation now. I stand or I lay. And if you put lay in some sort of a name, it just doesn't fly. Doesn't sound right either. So standing, and I'm like, the standing lounge. It hit me, it fit. I was super stoked for it. I was happy. I shared it with my wife. She loved it. I messaged it to my buddy who I was talking about with this. He loved it. He's like, that's perfect and fitting. Go for it. So I did it. So I created some logos and some images, and here we are. And now I wanted to talk about it. Actually, in the comment, I got to give you a shout out because that was funny. It was like, I guess we're just going to stand here and wait for you to post a video. Well, here it is. And that comment made me laugh. I was laughing my butt off on that one. But back to what I want to do with the channel is I just want to open up the door to all those things that we love and have conversations, maybe get some different guests on. I'm not famous or nothing, but it'd be cool to talk to some actors or musicians, to have them on, video game, or just other content creators or whatever. The possibilities are endless. I just want it to be a place of good vibes where we can all share and escape and talk about the things that we love, from video games, movies, music, all of it. And behind me is a lot of parts through my life so far that inspired me, that I grew to love, that I'm a big fan of. And I'm going to do videos talking about certain albums and different movies and books. It's just going to be fun. I'm excited. And it's just going to be a super chill place to hang out. That's what I want to do. Just vibe. Positive vibes, man. That's what we need in this world. That's what I want to bring. And that's what I'm going to do.
All right, all right, all right.
Or try to, anyway. We'll see. We'll see how good you guys like it. But what's going on in my world as of late is I finished Legacy of the Force. My friends in the book club and I, obviously you guys, we read the NJO, Dark Nest, Legacy, Burnt Out. So I went back and I started reading some of my Redwall series by Brian Jakes, which I highly recommend to check that out. Read a couple of those novels, taking a break from that, jumped back into the Sword of the Truth series by Terry Goodkind. Really enjoying that. I'm watching Fear the Walking Dead, catching back up. I think I stopped around season 3 or 4. Not that I know a lot of people, oh, it's the same, it's boring, it's from zombies, repetitive. No, that wasn't it. I've been watching them shows since the day they came out. I love them. Now they're all on Netflix, so I'm just kind of binging them from time to time. Got a new pet, Gus. I should go grab him. Here he is. Here's Gus. Little Gusselberry. Huh? He's a little cutie. He's 6 months old. We rescued him. Perfect. He's just a little snuggle bug. So now we got 2 cats and 2 dogs. That's wild. That's a lot. Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. So that's what I've been up to. That's what's going on in my world. I want to get back to doing this. I want to open up that door, share those interests, have you share them back, have those discussions. I mean, the topics are endless, honestly. I'm a big Magic the Gathering fan. I've been playing that since late 90s, early 2000s. That's when I started. Me and my friends. Actually, the book club and I, that's what we do Saturday mornings. Now we get together and play Commander. Fun. Great. There's a lot of things. I got some stories to tell you when we used to go to tournaments. That'll be a video for another time. So that's it. That's the update. That's the plan. Just positive vibes all around and great discussion. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm hoping to bring to you guys. So hopefully you enjoy that. Hopefully you enjoy the name change. Let me know. Drop a comment. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to talk with you. I can't wait to talk with you guys. And we'll go from there. So that's the update. And the best thing about it is everyone's welcome here.